Right, welcome to Coding with BC Brian. Today we're going to talk more detail about arrays. So var, we're going to call most of our arrays just R today. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's use good coding practices, and we'll call it things. It's really common practice to call arrays something that's in plural form, like things or cars or trucks, people. Just whatever the plural form of the thing is that you're grouping together, that would be a very safe name to call them. It kind of tells other developers when they come in that this is an array. And it helps you remember that this is an array. It's a list of things. So arrays are defined with square brackets. The way they house their data is in lists. So things. A ball is a thing. A cat is a thing. Dog is a thing. We're doing them as strings. So this is a list of strings that contain these type of things. Bobby, sure, he's a thing. Car, truck, let's make this a little bit wider. JavaScript is also smart, so if I run out of horizontal room and I want to help other people see what I'm working on, I can write it like this so that it's vertical and not horizontal and easier to see that here's my list of things. We can get really complicated in our lists as far as what's there. Lists are not type specific. In some languages you have to declare what type of things it's containing. So I could also go like this, 0, -100. I could put an object in there, but we're going to save that for another lesson. So yeah, so this is basically what a list looks like. Each of these is an index. So this is index 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's how we access these, is by their index. So it's really simple to do this. So we'll console log here. We're going to do things, and then we do square brackets, and then we just put in the number we want to access. Let's access Bobby. So if I run this, we get Bobby. If I change this number to 7, run it, we get -100. If we do 0, because that's the first index, not 70, 0, we get ball. If I do 10, we get undefined. It doesn't break stuff. There's no 10. We stopped at 7, and so when we look at what's in place 10, there's nothing there. We haven't defined it, so it's undefined. In a lot of languages, you would possibly get an index out of bounds error, but in JavaScript, you just get that it's undefined, which I love. I hate getting errors when I don't know what's going on with my arrays. And this allows me to debug it easier. So that's what happens there. If we go -1 and run that, we also get out of bounds. There's really not a safe way to define this, and we'll talk about why defining negative numbers in arrays is a bad idea, and I'll show that to you right now. So say I don't know where something is in the array, but I know I want to check if it's in there. So I can do .index of, and then I can pass in a value. ball. And I run this, we get 0. Car. Negative 100. We should get 7, right? And then, oh, we got negative 1 because I did it in a string. So negative 100, there we go, 7. Now about that negative 1 that popped up. So let's do airplane. See if I can spell that right. Airplane. Boom. So we get negative 1. So what it's saying is it searched through the whole array and didn't find it, so it returned negative 1. This is why we don't store array values in negative numbers, because negative 1 is saying, hey, I did not have that in my list. So, and we can use that for logic. So if we merge this with if statements, we can say if that is less than 0, we can console.log could not find it. Then we can do an else. Say found it. Let's exclaim it. Boom. And let's get rid of this one. Let's clear this and run it. And this is just a way, could not find it. This is just a way to use if statements and arrays together to, see if you're finding values. You can get more complicated than this. You can nest things. You can check if the value is there and then do something with it within the array. There's lots of options to do there, but that's just a little bit about arrays and how to use them a little bit better. There's lots of other methods, and I encourage you to search the internet to find them. There's sorting, there's mapping, there's a lot of different things you can do with an array. You can do a for each function, which we will get into in a little bit, doing a for loop, but there's all of that. So that's it on arrays right now. Good luck coding.